So, how about you're talking obviously the Japanese wrestling scene? What about the British wrestling scene, which we never talk about on this show?
Yeah, so thanks to Romy Glazer, who was the first person to share the article with me, and then later, a day or two later, I got it in my Google News alerts, and it was a little bit on X floating around. But um, wrestling execs to pin down £5 million funding for Project Fight Launch. Ben Webb, a British pro wrestler, is working with Oakwell Advisory on plans for a revamped European series that would aim to capitalize on the interest from millions of British fans. A British professional wrestler is in talks with potential backers to secure millions of pounds in funding. Sky News has learned that Ben Webb, who participated in the WWE's franchise under the name Trent Seven, is working with advisors to raise that amount to build Project Fight into Europe's number one televised wrestling brand. Webb has enlisted Oakwell, the sports advisory firm, which is all working on efforts to attract private capital into British cycling to advise on the fundraising and the development of the new product. The Project Fight team is said to have had discussions with Sunset and Vine, the production company, and Paramount, the owner of Channel 5 in the UK. I don't know, I didn't have a chance to look if that's Paramount, about collaborating on the new venture. Talks with prospective investors are understood to have been underway for weeks. If successfully secured, the new funding would be raised at a pre-money valuation of roughly £10 million. The capital would also allow Project Fight to break even in its third year, according to its architects. Mr. Webb said the project's ambition was to transform the UK and European professional wrestling landscape and create a business valued at over £100 million over the next 5 years.